My name is Ann H. Martin, and I am buried in the Lone Mountain Cemetery. I grew up in Carson City, was a student here in Carson City. At the age of 12, however, I became teacher. Yes. And I remained very close with all of my students and classmates throughout my whole life, which I would assume is why my headstone reads, "In memory of Annie H. Martin, by her bereaved students and classmates, in loving remembrance of her great devotion, her unfailing kindness, and her sterling womanhood." That last part's my favorite.
You're entering into the offices of the Carson Daily Appeal. Well, do you guys know any stories that are newsworthy? Anything worth printing? Nothing? You haven't heard any gossip around town today? This town is dead.
Think I've got it.
What is it, Sam?
It's an unpublished correspondence between my friend Mark Twain and the Carson Independent.
Unpublished? Well, we can remedy that.
Let me put my glasses on.
Henry R. Michaels, 1830 to 1879. Native of Maine, first learned the newspaper business in California. Moved to Carson City in 1865 and assumed the editorship of the Morning Appeal, later called the Carson Daily Appeal. Served as Speaker for the Nevada Assembly in 1876.
Samuel Post Davis, 1850 to 1918. I was the owner and editor of the Carson Daily Appeal and Nevada State Controller. I was also a poet, humorist, and comrade of Dan DeQuayle and Mark Twain. Nellie and I had 2 children, both girls. We bought a ranch and raised Holstein cattle. I ran the paper, Nellie ran the ranch.
It's true, I do. Nellie Viral Michaels Davis, 1844 to 1945. Native of Maine. Wife of Henry first, took over the newspaper after his death from cancer in 1879. I had 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls. I covered the Corbett-Fitzsimmons fight in 1897 and reported on Nevada legislature in 1877 and 79. I then married Sam, my new editor, in 1880. I also lived to be 101 years old.
The headstone above my daughter's grave reads, Jenny Clemens, 1855 to 1864. Born in Ohio, died in Nevada. Only child of Orion and Mary E. Clemens. My younger brother Samuel could not be with us today, but he did send a letter to my wife Molly.
Mary.
Excuse me?
My name is Mary.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mary, all of you would know her as Mary. Molly is a name that her friends and family call her. My brother. It seems my Old Testament Bible has seen better days. Hasn't had much use since my excommunication from the church. My wife just informed me that I won't be excommunicated until 1876, which is 10 years from now.
12. 12 years.
12 years, exactly. Sorry. 12. My younger brother, Samuel, some of you may know him as Mark Twain, his pen name, wrote this to Molly, Mary. Jenny escaped from this life, and we were too ignorant to rejoice at it. The bitterness of death, that is for the survivors. We hunger for Jenny, we suffer and we pine for her, and if we could bring her back, We would stoop to that treachery, so weak and selfish are we. But she is at peace, and no loyal friend should wish to disturb her in her high fortune. So as my brother so succinctly put it, we should not mourn the death of my child. We should rejoice at the fact that she only suffered for 7 short years on this planet. 8, excuse me?
She was 8.
8? Wait, wouldn't it be 9 if it was 1855 or 1864?
She was 8.
8 years, yes. Sorry, her mother would know. She lived with us for 8 short years, and during those years, she laughed and played and cried with us. She picked flowers from the field and would sit in her favorite chair, which we built for her, and she would sing songs. And I vowed that forever, for the rest of our lives, we would always keep a special place for this chair in our homes. It's funny, sometimes I swear, church, sorry, I believe that I could hear the rocking of the gentle, tiny chair as I would sit alone in the house. Yes, excuse me. My dear, what is it?
The chair.
Yes, the chair, that's our chair, her daughter's chair.
It's rocking.
Yes, it's a rocking chair. That's a rocking chair.
No, it's rocking now.
Don't be ridiculous. Perhaps a little breeze caught it or something, a little wind from outside.
There is no wind in here.
All right. I'll look at the chair. I'm sure this is fine. The chair is not rocking. I do apologize. This tragedy must have brought forth some fit of hallucinations in my wife. She's not usually like this. I'm so sorry. Yes, what is it, my dear?
The chair now.
I just looked at the chair. It was not moving. Perhaps we should take you home.
Look at the chair.
If I promise to look at the chair, will you promise to calm down?
Yes, but look quickly before it stops again.
I look. I'm looking quickly. I'm looking. I don't believe it's rocking, my dear. Maybe you could sing Jenny's favorite song to us. I'll go get the horse and buggy ready, and you could sing Jenny's favorite song that you used to sing to her every night before she went to sleep.
I suppose.
Oh, good. Thank you. I apologize. I'd like to thank you for coming today, and I want you to remember Jenny as she was, sitting in that rocking chair, singing her little song. What a precious jewel she was. Thank you.